Hello Whizz Kids Juniors. I've got a great story for you today and I've got my little friend with me. Say hello to my little friend. What's your name?
Hello, my name is Nim.
Nim is here. Well Whizz Kids, this is going to be a fun story. Our story today is called David and Goliath. And you might know this story. It's a great story. Now one day there was a little boy called David. And David was a shepherd boy. Do you know what a shepherd boy is, Nim?
Is it a person that looks after goats?
Almost, it's sheep. And that shepherd boy, David, was great at looking after sheep. And whenever a bear came or a lion, guess what he'd have to do? Guess what, Nim? What do you think he'd have to do?
Would he run to his mummy?
No, he was really brave. He would fight against the bears and the lions, and he would make sure that the sheep were really, really safe and none of the sheep got hurt because he was a brilliant shepherd boy. Now, one day, David heard that there was a big giant called, what is it, Nim?
I don't know.
Goliath. Right, so there was a big giant called Goliath, and he heard that Goliath was telling all of the Israelites that he was going to beat them all. Isn't that awful, Whizz Kids? He said he was going to beat all of them, and they had to come and fight him. And you know what, Whizz Kids? They were too scared. Would you have been too scared, Nim?
Yes, I would have been very scared.
Ah, well, don't worry, Nim, because David wasn't scared. He was brave. And the reason he wasn't scared was because he loved God very, very much. And he knew that God would protect him. So David went and asked the king if he could fight Goliath. And what do you think the king said, Nim?
Did he say no?
At first he wasn't sure. And then eventually he said yes. And he let David go to fight Goliath. And he got a sling. David got a sling. And he went like this with his sling. Can we have a try, Nim? Can you try? That's it. Yeah. And do you think that he managed to hit Goliath with the sling? What do you think, Nim?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he slung his stone, and that stone hit Goliath right on the... Guess where it hit him?
On the head.
That's right. Right on the head. And Goliath fell down and he died. And all the Israelites cheered because he was a very, very bad giant, and he was threatening to kill them all. So David won. Yay! Everybody say hooray for David. Way! And wasn't he brave? And he was brave because he loved God, and God gave him all of that courage. So let's all have courage like David today. Can we have lots of courage, Nim?
Yes.
Hey! Hey, good. Right. Bye-bye, Whizz Kids.